Every major change in media has lowered the cost of creation. So from newspapers needing printing presses to television needing studios, YouTube you needed a camera, TikTok you just needed a phone, and now AI is doing the same thing to something that we never really thought of as being media, and that's software. Apps can now take an afternoon instead of 6 months. Games can be built around single jokes or memes. Tools can be designed to be shared, remixed and forgotten, and we're about to stop treating every piece of software like it's a permanent product, because software is becoming content. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Bots. Most traditional enterprise software is fundamentally purchased for its reliability and for maintenance and for its legal compliance. A CRM is constant, your payroll system is a constant, and your accounting systems are also a constant. You don't want your CFO arriving on Monday morning to discover that Dave from marketing's remixed your entire general ledger purely because he thought the buttons looked boring. You want that stuff to work. That stuff is built to last. It is built to last for years, and that is a very big distinction between what we're seeing rising with disposable software. Disposable software is almost the exact opposite. It's immediate, specific, it's potentially short-lived, and it's meant to be disposable. And that's got me thinking, haven't we seen this movie before? Think about Hollywood. A Hollywood studio will spend, say, $200 million making a movie. Gets A-list actors, perfect lighting, professional sound, and if a guy's holding a gun and he fires that gun, Hollywood expects it to sound exactly like that gun being fired. If a spaceship explodes, 17 people probably spent 6 months making sure that the debris had emotionally satisfying physics. Because the thing is supposed to survive. It's a product and it's supposed to last for decades. Then TikTok comes along and a bloke films his cat falling off a chair, gets 4 million views. Both are videos, but they operate under completely different economies. One's permanent, expensive, polished media. The other's fast, contextual, disposable media. And nobody said about TikTok when it came about, this is rubbish, you can never make Oppenheimer with this. You're not supposed to, and that's not the point. The thing is, Salesforce is like Hollywood. What's coming next is TikTok. Except for, instead of scrolling past every video that you see in your feed, you're going to start interacting with it. So picture a creator posting how cooked is your job. You don't want a 10-minute explanation video or instructions. You want to type in your occupation, you want to get a result, and then you want to share it or remix it. Someone else takes that, creates a site called Would a VC Fund Your Stupid Startup? Technically software, but behaviorally, it's a post. It's a meme you can touch, or a quiz that you can calculate, a video that responds, or a joke with some logic behind it. And now we're getting evidence that the big platforms are moving directly towards this model. So Meta now has Pocket, so instead of scrolling through photos or videos, Pocket lets people create and share small, interactive, AI-generated experiences. They call them gizmos, and you just describe them to create them. There's literally a social feed around them. Canva has gone the same direction with Canva Code 2.0. It's interactive landing pages, experiences, and you can create and edit them more like a Canva design. Claude lets people do the same thing with creating and publishing through artifacts. ChatGPT has sites where an idea can become an interactive site or a lightweight web app and be shared through a URL. All the products are different, but the direction is the same. So software creation is moving out of the software development industry and into the creative tool chain, and that's the signal. And this is where I think things get really interesting. AI has dramatically reduced the cost of producing software. We know that we tend to place a lower value on things that are very cheap or abundant. And if everybody can code, everybody can create pictures, everybody can create text, then it becomes less scarce and therefore less valuable. The same thing happens with software. So what becomes valuable is the attention, distribution, taste, and timing. And people with an audience, such as creators, are seeing the pendulum shift their way because they don't need to produce $1 billion SaaS company to make money. They can produce 20 interactive experiences every month, games and fan experiences, product configurators, whatever they like, because that's how content already works. Nobody uploads a YouTube short expecting 10 years of enterprise support. We're seeing a trend of certain software becoming more disposable, and that's why I've become obsessed with this idea. I started looking at vibe coding and then into the wrappers and disposable software, and then started looking at the question of distribution. For a while I thought they might be separate things, and now I've realized that they're the same trend, and we're watching software become a media format. And I want to see what happens when the creation cycle for software starts looking more like the creation cycle for YouTube. So you'd have an idea, you'd build something, you'd publish it, the audience reacts, and then you move on to the next thing. Because if that transaction's real, the winners might not necessarily be the people capable of building the most sophisticated application. They're the people who repeatedly know what people will want to interact with next. The internet turned everyone into a publisher, smartphones turned everyone into filmmakers and photographers. Generative AI might turn everyone into a software creator. And if that happens, the next giant creator platform might not actually be built around the posts you read or the videos you watch. It might be built around the things that you use, play, remix, and share. So for all the people that are saying you can't vibe code Salesforce, you're absolutely right. But TikTok couldn't make Oppenheimer either. It's still changed media forever. And I think that software is about to have its TikTok moment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and we'll see you for the next episode of Breaking Bots.